there's also Fully Cooley season 2 and 3 coming out next year. They confirmed it, and I can't wait. Are you excited about
Tell me
it?
how I've never seen it. I know about it.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
what?
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
I've
no.
never seen Fully Cooley.
First Cowboy Bebop and then now Fully Cooley?
So every now and then, I have cravings for like salted pretzels and a root beer for no apparent reason. It just comes and goes like once a month or something, or once every few months.
Root beer's the devil's drink.
I saw your video on Facebook of like pouring it down the drain. I'm like, how dare you?
It's a devil's drink.
But it's so good.
It's disgusting. It tastes like cornstarch, butter, and like what's it called? Carbonated water. That's what it tastes like.
Touche. I mean, I think the depending on the one you get, like bars root beer, that's kind of like okay, I'll go with that. But that's like the one I'll go with. But it's like I feel great, and then it's like, yeah, you really didn't need this, but you just wanted it. Like it's like I don't drink a lot of sodas, but that's like the one I'll drink along with my ginger beer. But yeah. Anywho, how are you?
I I'm good. It's been a long day, but I'm here.
Yay. Happy to have you
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Just it was pretty eventful. Woke up, did some cleaning, some more unpacking. I had a tragedy because I lost my Sailor Moon scepter, and last
No.
night I was just like I was in tears because that scepter was given to me for my birthday, and it means so much to me. It's extremely sentimental, and anybody who knows me knows how much I love and adore Sailor Moon. And so to have that gone, I thought I lost it in the process of moving. I just recently moved to my new place, so I thought I lost it, and I was just crying, bawling, and turns out that my mom just moved it and found it today, and so I'm jumping for joy and so happy about it.
Oh, I'm happy you found it.
Yeah, me too, because who doesn't need a Sailor Moon scepter in their life? We need all the
Agreed.
magical powers.
Magic is nice if you use it appropriately.
Yeah, I can't think of any other ways to use it.
Oh,
You
yes.
just made me have a very inappropriate thought. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not going to ask. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, dude, I just like shove it up my butt every time. Just kidding.
mm, 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 mm. Not saying anything. Not saying anything.
Face.
I'm sure my face is like, what? Not touching that.
Well, okay, didn't need to know that.
Alright, so, hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Blerdlines podcast. I'm Chancellor D.
And I'm Frankie K.
Yes, this is episode 19. Can't believe
Whoop,
it.
whoop,
19.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Ah, there was an awesome Android 19. Just saying. 19 was pretty cool. I'm just throwing it out there. So,
Yeah, 19 was pretty awesome.
he wasn't around long, but you know.
He was cute.
Yeah.
He had like the aesthetics that I like, blue eyes, pale skin, dark hair. He was cute.
I'm pulling up a picture so I know who I'm talking about for a second. Yep, Android 19. Yep, yep. Vegeta pulled off his hands. Yeah, that's him. Hmm.
Wait a minute, I'm not confusing him with like which one?
He had the hat in not.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, my bad.
Were you thinking
I
of?
was thinking about the other one. Was that 17?
Oh, 17. Oh, he had the hair and he had the scarf. Yeah, that was 17. Yeah, 17.
Yeah, I have not seen DBZ in such a long time. I get them confused.
I was I'm like, let me
I
look up.
get some of my nerd points taken away from me. That's not cool.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're fine. But yeah, this is episode 19. Like, I feel like we've done. We feel like we've done more than this 19. But yeah,
I mean, but you've been killing it lately with a lot of these, putting out episodes. I haven't been around because I had to go through a lot of personal things, but you've been doing really good with just keeping up and just keeping it going.
thank you. I'm trying, but you're adulting. You're doing like, important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, having your own place is pretty important, and it's like a new level of adulting that I reached. Woo! I leveled up.
So
But
so you don't lose any points because you got points for things that matter.
I guess you're right. You're right about that.
So so
Hmm.
so it doesn't matter if you don't know something of fiction or something. We all don't know everything, and I'm pretty sure some internet person's like typing, "How dare you?" Let me stop. Let me stop because I know it's going to happen at some point in the future.
Well, I'm just excited to be back and be able to be on the show more
Mm-hmm.
and contribute.
All right. You're always here in spirit. You're always
Yes, I was.
here.
I had I supported everything you did.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, I know you were just doing a big dose of moving and adulting and stuff. So before we kind of get into like our topics for today, have you had any time to like just enjoy your life, like watch anything, play anything new, or just in your off time al- alongside working?
Honest, I have not had time to do much, only because moving is a hectic process. It's something that takes up so much time, and then I'm working like full time and overtime, 50+ hours a week, and I yeah, I haven't had time to really catch up to anything. Like I just recently been able to catch up to all of my YouTube videos I haven't watched in weeks. I caught up to some of the Game of Thrones. I'm now on season 5. I mean, I'm still behind, but I'm on season 5, so I'm proud of myself because I made it that far. Uh, that's about it. I do want to watch a few things. Like Big Mouth. I heard that that's a new Netflix series, and I heard that it was hilarious. So I really want to get into that. There's also that like new Jaden Smith anime that I want to watch on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
So
Neo something. I forgot what it's called.
yeah, I want to check that out. Yeah, I think it was like Neo York or yeah Neo York, something like that.
Yeah, I think I just added it to my list today. I will look it up as we were talking.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I think I saw some pretty like positive reviews on that. So like apparently it's only like 6 episodes, probably 6 or 8 episodes. So
Hmm.
it's not bad, you know. Um, what else have you gotten into
Um,
or want to get into?
oh well, what I've been really into lately is these web comics. I know I mention it all the time, but there's this new one that I've been reading. It's called Olympic Lore, and it's about the Greek gods and goddesses, and they put them in like a modern society. So they have like Facebook and Twitter and and is the main characters are Persephone and Hades, and they have like this love interest going on. And so through like the comics that they have up so far, you just see them like interacting and getting to know each other. And it's really cute. It's a cute lovey-dovey story. You never really see or could picture Hades being this like lover boy, and you get to see that in this comic. So it's called Olympic Lore, Lore. So check that out. It's really interesting.
I'm gonna have to add it to my list because I always like seeing like alternative takes on
Mhm.
mythology.
And the art style is amazing. I love the art style. It's really cute. Yeah, it's colorful. It's very colorful.
Oh, and Jaden's show is called Neo Yokio.
And Neo Yokio.
I think
Okay.
it's Yokio. So, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
only 6 episodes.
I think it was something along those lines. It just yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I say Neo York. Neo York.
yeah, let me look it up because like I wanted to make sure. I was like,
That's
I
right.
saw it, but I didn't watch it yet. Hmm. I think I finally just watched Stranger Things season 1. Like I know it's been out for like a year. Just watched
Mm-hmm.
it, and I can really say the hype is real. It's worth it. 8 episodes goes by very fast, and we're about to get season 2 in 2 weeks, the
I
27th.
need to catch up. I only seen episode one.
It takes off. Like
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway. Because you love pot figures so much. They have very oddly specific pot figures for Stranger Things.
Oh,
Like
I've seen them.
okay,
I've,
just
I've seen them,
okay.
and I feel like once I get into the show, I'm gonna be like, I want all of them, and I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't need them either. Like there's I'll just say one. Like there's one of a character. Like I think there are two versions of like one character, like the sheriff version and the hazmat version. And I'm like, there's it's the same character but two different versions. I don't need this, but I want it. But what else? Like I played the Battlefront 2 beta last weekend. That was really fun. Like I don't play a lot of games online much, but for me, that was doing something. And the fact that I didn't have to use a plus description, that made it even better. But I'm excited to get Battlefront when it comes out in November, hopefully. And I'm actually trying to beat a Metroid game finally. I've been playing Samus Returns on 3DS, so that's been
Ooh.
enjoyable. I've just kind of like stopped myself because like you're supposed to kill 40 Metroids, and I'm down to like 28 left, and I'm like, wait, I'm doing this a lot quicker than I should, so let me stop. But we got Thor 3 in a few weeks, and then we get Justice League, and then Star Wars in December.
Wait, Justice League is coming out this year?
In November 17th, I think.
I thought it was coming out next year. Oh my god. I'm so. Where have I been? I've been living under this stupid rock. This little, just. Oh god. I. Again, the past few months have been extremely just like high paced and stressful. It's just one shitstorm after the other. And I'm gonna put up a video explaining what was going on within the past like 3 months on my YouTube channel. So, because I don't want to get into that on here and take up our time. But yeah, because of that, I just haven't been in tune with anything. I haven't posted anything on Instagram. I haven't posted anything on Twitter. I stay on Facebook, but that's just because like I get a bunch of funny things on there, and I'm just like, okay, it's good for a good laugh. That's about it. Other than that, I just been MIA.
I understand, but the
Yeah,
floor. The floor is always yours.
yeah. But you know, I'm back and I'm ready to do good things and move forward.
And for clarity, yeah, Justice League releases November 16th. I said 17th, 16th.
I can't wait.
So
That's gonna be fun.
so pretty much the week after NC Comic Con is over.
Oh God, that's true. NC Comic
Oh
Con.
crap! So
Jeez. I hope I get. I think that's the week I get paid. So I should have money. I hope I have money.
yeah, the NC Comic Con is what, the 10th through 12th, and then yeah, 12th is Sunday. Justice League comes out that Friday. Wow! Holy crap! So
That's an eventful month. That's an extremely
so
eventful month.
you start out the month with Thor Ragnarok, then a con, then Justice League, and then a month later Star Wars. There we go. Yeah.
We're gonna end 2017 with a bang.
All right. And speaking of Star Wars and Justice League, I posted some reaction trailers, or reaction videos to the most recent trailers on our Facebook page. So you want to see me geek out on Star Wars and Justice League? Yeah, go watch that.
Yeah, the trailer's been awesome. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, that looks amazing. I'm excited to see that. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I can go into that now, but I'm gonna save the Star Wars hype for that thing I already posted where I was like, I'm uber hype, but then I didn't really show it as one of my friends. They're like, I thought you were gonna be hype as me. I was like, I was, but I was internalizing it because I was on video. So, but
Yeah, it looks pretty dope. Also, since we're just talking about things that are coming up, there's this new anime that I'm really interested in watching called Sanrio Boys. Or I just it's about these guys. It's like I think it's like five of them, and it's a boy group. It's not like a pop group or anything like that. And they're just into the Sanrio characters. And if you know what Sanrio is, like they're like Hello Kitty, and what are the other ones? I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now, but I do know all the other Sanrio characters. I just can't think of it. But that looks very interesting, and I can't wait to see that really cutesy anime with really hot guys being. I don't know. It might be like a yaoi. And then also, but yeah, the Sanrio Boys that comes out, I believe, in February of next year, 2018. And then there's also Fooly Cooley season 2 and 3 coming out next year. They confirmed it, and I can't wait. Are you excited about
tell me
it?
how I've never seen it. I know about it.
Oh,
I've never seen it.
what?
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I've
No.
never seen Fully Cooley.
First Cowboy Bebop, and then now Fooly Cooley.
Okay, Fully Cooley is like what? Wait.
It's 6 episodes.
I know. I just never saw it. I never saw it. Okay, so for those if it's your first time to the show, I have this thing about missing shows when they're on, and then I get to them like very, very late.
It's only 6 episodes.
I didn't see
They
it,
showed it all the time on Toonami,
and
like for years.
I didn't see
You did the
it.
6 episodes.
I didn't see it.
Oh
And
God!
then on Netflix.
How? How is this happening? I'm so lost right now. You're supposed to share my joy when I announce this, and you can't even share my joy because you didn't get to see. You didn't watch it.
Am I failing? Do I lose points?
I don't know. I'm just so. Like, who has not seen Fooly Cooley?
Apparently me.
I mean, I can understand Cowboy Bebop, but like Fooly Cooley, the classic.
All right, let me Google this. Is it FLCL, right?
LCL, Fooly Cooley, yeah. FLCL.
Okay.
Jeez. You're missing on amazingness. How dare you?
Oh, you're hurting my soul.
I'm appalled.
Should I say please stand by?
I don't, I guess so. I might need a break.
You know what?
I might need to recover from this initial shock.
So
Oh my god.
apparently it's on YouTube.
You need to watch it.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I had something else.
Gotta be ready
I had
for
some.
it because
I
there's
had.
some weird shit that happens.
I.
You know,
Hmm.
as a little boy and things come out of his forehead. It's a metaphor for like other things, like sexually. Or you could
Okay.
take it any other way, basically.
Alright.
But
Sorry, God. Alright.
I just,
Okay. Episode 1 is on Netflix. I mean, on YouTube. I see it. Okay. Alright. Apparently, all
you don't
of
have
it.
to watch it now. But
Apparently, it's all on YouTube for free. Hopefully, it's for free.
oh, cool, because I might binge watch it tonight.
I'm
You can
clicking. I'm
literally
clicking.
watch
I'm clicking.
one season,
I
the whole entire season a
apparent.
day.
Okay, it's free. It's free. It's free. I yeah, it's free. It's playing. Look at my phone. It's playing.
Okay, I mean, I'm saying you don't have to watch it
No,
now. We're
I'm not gonna
recording
watch
a
it. I'm not
podcast.
gonna watch it now. But the fact is, I can now pull it up and watch it later. So
Okay.
next episode, I will talk about it.
Yes, we will talk about it next episode.
Gosh. Okay. All right. You know what? You know, I posted it. You're on. I'm bringing this back around. You know, aren't you on a poster for a costume contest?
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring some.
I'm still trying to recover from this initial. Don't try to like flip the subject. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You know what? I'm gonna take a break now, and we're gonna come back with more Blerdlines podcast. How about that? How about that?
I guess. Oh, damn.
I
Oh
actually,
my god.
really, I hadn't even paused it yet. Oh, this is wrong. All right. Seriously, we'll be back with more Blerdlines podcast right after this.
I'm Frankie K,
I'm Chancellor D.
and you're listening to the Blerdlines podcast.
Are you still laughing at me?
Yes, and
She's appalled.
I'm at a loss for words because that's just like anime 101.
I thought that was Cowboy Bebop. I finally watched Cowboy Bebop.
I mean, yeah, but like also Fooly Cooley.
Okay.
The thing is that like along with Cowboy Bebop, it's one of those animes that played on Toonami years after years after years. There's only 6 episodes, and you haven't have you even watched one episode?
No.
Oh God.
Okay. So so as the saying goes, what had happened was just like when I told you how the first time I saw Cowboy Bebop, I saw the same episode twice at 2 different times with me watching the show, and I think it was like the Jupiter Jazz arc, like 2-parter, and I was like, I don't know what this is I'm watching. I have to wait and watch it later, and I never watched it. So Fooly Cooley, I saw it was on. I just never got around to watching it because I didn't at those times. I didn't think to set a VHS tape to record it. I mean VCR to record it on tape. Am I forgiven now?
I just if you're making excuses,
I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling the truth.
okay,
God.
just do your homework.
Oh,
Do
God.
something. You got homework to do, okay? Cooley. Look it up, watch it, enjoy the art of Fooly Cooley.
So,
You're in for a treat.
do I have to make an obligatory I've never seen it post on Facebook?
No, yeah, that's on you. You're a grown ass man. So
I know, but I'm
that's
just
completely
asking.
on you. But I mean, yeah, that's on you. You do what you want to do, but you got to watch that. I'm not mad. I'm calmed down now. I'm just the shock is over. The wave is gone.
Hmm. Well. Hmm. Hmm.
You want to know what like I find quite interesting is
Yes.
that like an hour ago I just ate a lot of food and I'm starting to get hungry again.
Oh, bringing it back around to my weird cravings. Yeah. You asked me before I hit record, was I pregnant? I was like, no. But yeah, I know how that can be. We must have fast metabolism. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I forgot to mention season 4 of Voltron Legendary Defenders is now out on Netflix, and then starting Monday, um, yeah, starting tomorrow as a report. Yeah, season 4 of Star Wars Rebels is going to premiere, and it's the final season. I'm kind of sad, but yeah, but yeah, food, good food,
Oh.
good food. Mm. All right,
Isn't
all right, all right, all right,
isn't
are we good now? Are we good?
Yeah, yeah, we're good. You don't have to be scared anymore.
Okay.
You had a look of terror on your face.
Mm. Yeah. Ah.
Well, we're gonna move on to our next segment. And it's basically about childhood expectations and adult realization. So, you know how sometimes people see these memes online, which is like dating, what we expect from dating, and the actual reality of dating. So, we're basically going to talk about some things we thought about as kids, or we dreamt of, and now that we're adults, we just look back at it. It was like, oh, God, little naive me. Poor thing. I was a moron.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
want to start?
Yeah. I, I thought about one I didn't tell you the other night when we were talking about this. So I thought that kids are kids and adults are adults. That kids don't grow up. That they stay kids forever. I thought that at some point. Like
That's interesting.
because I guess you don't think about it. You realize like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm now another year, but you're like the same height or whatever, and you're still like in quote
Mhm.
unquote kid school. So you don't think about it that much, but then you start to realize it like, oh, okay, I see what's going on
And then
now.
one day you just magically become an adult.
Yeah, so it's like okay, you leveled up now. Hey, wait, oh, so and so is evolving. Okay, so, uh, what about you?
Uh, One of the thoughts that I used to have was I was telling you a few nights ago, I everybody who knows me knows I'm a Sailor Moon fan, and that was one of my biggest dreams was to meet Sailor Moon and the Sailor Scouts, and I was going to marry Tuxedo Mask. We were going to have beautiful babies and live in like the Moon Palace and everything. And then one day I was just watching TV, and I looked at my skin, and I looked up at the TV, looked down at my skin again, and I realized that Sailor Moon has lines, outlines around her, and I didn't. And my whole entire world shattered at that time. And yeah, I was so heartbroken because I really wanted to meet Sailor Moon, and I just was like, I'm never going to marry Tuxedo Mask. Oh my God. I was so in love with him. Oh my God. He was Bay. He was Bay.
Mm,
Yeah. And another one, now, like, I was thinking about it the other night, and I look back at it, and I'm just like, God, I was so dumb. One time, I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, do you give car gas so they can grow into bigger cars? And my mom just laughed at me. And then I thought about it the other night. I was just like, that was stupid.
But as they say, no question is a stupid question.
Yeah, yeah. And then one time, I remember just thinking, like, I was watching my mom drive, and the turning signals, they just like to, of course, you turn it on to signal people that you're going to turn. In my head as a kid, I was thinking, oh my God, cars are so smart. They know where we're going already ahead of time. And I remember the first day I learned how to drive, and I'm like, and I just had a flashback of that moment, and I'm like, God dang, I was stupid.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh God. Think about like the anime for a second. Like again, I told you like my funny Digimon story. Like when they jumped from season 1 to 2 and they aged the kids, and then in the season 2 it's like they're now adults and they have families, and I was like, but I wanted to grow up with them.
How did they grow up so fast?
I was like,
We were supposed to grow old together. You cheated.
I'm like, you just skipped over the high school. And, okay. But I think my favorite one was storms have an eye, so the eye of the storm there must be a giant eyeball in the center of the storm. So when Hurricane Fran hit in the late '90s, we lost power and everything. So I was like, we're in the eye of the storm. I can go outside and run in the yard, look in the sky. I'm like, there's no eyeball. I'm just like staring like, where's the eye? Like where?
Yeah, yeah, like I always thought like the eye of the storm, like if you were supposedly caught in the middle of a hurricane or a tornado, there's like this huge eyeball floating around in the middle of it. And yeah, I mean, no, growing up, of course, you learn that's not true. It's a metaphor.
Yeah,
So,
very deceiving.
yeah, very extremely deceiving. I also thought that I was going to be like the biggest pop star. And I'm just like, I don't know why I thought that I can't sing. But I mean, Britney Spears was able to do it, so why not? I mean, she could do it, I could do it. But I really did thought I was going to be like the next Beyonce, and I was going to have my own singing group, live in a mansion, have kids already, and I just recently moved into my own place, and I'm 26.
Hey.
So I mean, it's not like I'm looking down on that because it's a milestone. But all these dreams that you have as a kid, and you're like, I'm gonna have my life together by this age, no later than that, and then next thing you know, you're like in your early to mid 20s, and everything's just like crumbling apart, and you don't know what the heck you're doing with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real. That's real.
it is real, but I mean it you can push through it and you will eventually push through it and figure things out. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm just like, okay, so now that I'm here, what's the next step? And I'm just learning to stay positive about everything and just move forward.
You have to. I mean,
Yeah,
this kind of goes into like the last segment we were going to talk about self care. We can talk about that for a second and then come back to the more stories. Like
sure.
you gotta take um each day one moment at a time, each second at a
Really
time.
do.
Like like you can try and plan out like an entire day's worth of stuff or entire week's worth of stuff. Now, yeah, if your job or whatever or your family life, you have to do these things. But if you're gonna sit there and try to plan out every single second of the day and say at this moment, at this time, I gotta be here doing this thing, you're not living your life.
No, you're not, and you're gonna drive yourself insane. And that's what happened to me. I drove myself insane, and it's discouraging. Um, it you don't get anywhere by doing stuff like that. I mean, it's good to have structure. Of course, it's always good to have structure and a schedule, but don't push it to the point that it has to be perfect because perfection leads to disasters. And then next thing you know, you're not motivated. You don't want to do anything because if it's not perfect, then you don't want to put it out. But nothing's ever perfect.
Hmm. I mean,
It's
speaking
perfect.
of
I'm not perfect.
speaking of like perfection, like I'll talk about the show for a minute. Like when I'm editing these episodes, like I try my very best to edit down things, or if something sounds really loud to me wearing headphones on playback, it's like how minuscule do I want that thing to be? How much do I cut it up to make it perfect? And I'm like, people listen to this, they're not gonna think about that, but
Hmm.
I did because it mattered. But then it's like, how much time are you taking for like this 1 second, or even making the YouTube videos? It's like, when at the end of the video it says thanks for listening, please subscribe. I try to like say, okay, where do I want that? Where do I want that to begin? Like when it fades into that last screen from the logo, where do I want it to begin? Where do I want it to end? I probably spend too much time figuring out where I'm like, let's put it there and just let it go. But I'm like, what is gonna make this episode end nicely? Like, what's the perfect fate to black moment? But that's probably spending too much time. Whereas like I could be putting more time into other things. But when you're working on something, you care about it, so you try to work on it. And you put your best foot forward. So,
That's true. And I mean, and it's good to, of course, you should always care about what you're working on, and you should always like strive for the best quality to put out. But at the same time, you shouldn't drive yourself insane over little details. And I know, like, to some people, it might seem like little details makes, like, little details here and there, they add up. And if you just don't care about these little details, then, it eventually becomes a bigger thing. And, but overall, when you're just, wanting to put out work in general, you just can't be so hard on yourself. There have been plenty of times when I'm just like, oh, I don't want to like take a picture because I don't have any makeup on, or I don't want to post this photo of my cosplay because it's not finished, stuff like that, or I just don't want to, um, go out today because I don't look good, and nothing's ever, nothing's ever going to be like 100% perfect. You just gotta have to like go for it in general. Just go for it.
mm, I agree. And
Yeah.
on the topic of like self care, are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough to eat? Are you taking that time to exercise? Eat. Have a balanced diet. You know, having too
Are
much.
you using deodorants?
Yes.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding, but
You're right. But like, um, are you taking that time, to walk that 15 minutes here or there, or um, are you stressing too much over something that is out of your control, or like too much stress is going to cause something to backfire,
yeah.
and you gotta
Are you
take.
meditating?
Say it again.
Uh,
Say that one time.
yoga.
Oh yes, I agree. Yes, yoga is very relaxing, calming. Uh, but yeah, I know we'll come back to self care later, but I had another really bad transition. Childhood childhood thought. So you remember watching Black and White Nick and Night in the '90s?
Yes.
So I was like, some part of me was like, so these shows are like this. So this is how the world is, right? I made that mistake.
Mhm.
So one day I came home from school and I asked my mom, because you know my parents. I asked my mom, I was like, so what have you done all day? And she's telling me what she did. And I was like, so why aren't the dishes done? Because my 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 stupid self,
Did she slap you?
no, we just didn't eat at home for a few days because our parents they felt like I was watching I Love Lucy and all the black and white shows. I mean, they knew what I was looking at, but I didn't understand. I guess a little bit at the time of like understanding shows that were produced at a certain time, and the era that they were produced in. That's how the world was or perceived to be. So yeah, I made that mistake.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
since we're on topic, this isn't really something I've done, but it's a story that my mother has told me. There was this girl that she used to go to school with and my mom, she grew up in Panama. And so back then, they didn't really have too much access to, like, education. And they saw things on TV, and she saw this cartoon where, of course, if you stick a needle in something, it'll blow up. So there's this girl that she used to go to school with, and she was on the thicker side. And my mom had a needle, and she ran up to her and poked her with it, thinking that she was going to explode. And the girl just punched her in the face. And I'm like, you learn your lesson, Mom? She's like, yeah, I sure did.
It's
Oh, God.
it's just
I
like
mean, it's stuff like that. As a child, your mind is just so young and naive. You don't know. You just don't think straight. When you're,
it's just like hearing like when you turn the TV off, where do the people go inside the TV? Where do they go? Do they live there? You know,
exactly.
stuff like that. Oh
It's
man,
just, for those who are listening, comment any like bizarre childhood things that you thought, like, well, not childhood things that you thought when you were a kid or a teenager, even now, like some things that you think of now and you finally, like, days later or weeks, months, years later realize, oh, I was dumb for thinking that. So yeah, just comment below or even on our Facebook page, Twitter, whichever one.
I got one more to add. It's not what I thought, but did you ever play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas
No,
or any GTA game?
no. I've seen people play it. I just never was a fan of GTA.
Got you. I just remember why in that game they get it, the only food places I think you got were like it's like Burger Shack, some
Mm.
pizza place, and then you go to the gym and bulk up, and then that's how you did it. You eat pizza, and you go to the gym and bulk up,
Wow.
and then when your meter goes down like a certain level, he's all skinny and wimpy. I'm like, this makes no sense whatsoever. But still, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there like, I'm eat pizza and go to the gym and bulk up. No, can't do that. Can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Can't do that. Oh gosh, we're gonna take one more break and come back with more Blerdlines.
Welcome back to the Blerd Lines. And so for this segment, we're going to do this thing that I've been seeing going around, circulating on the internet. Is this one has to go challenge? And it's where you have like two or more items and you have to pick one to get rid of. And so we have four or five topics. Let's see. Let's start with okay, so fighting games.
Okay.
One has to go Soul Calibur, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. So out of those four, one of them has to go.
Mortal Kombat.
Really? That was so easy for you.
I guess because when I was younger, I wasn't really allowed to play it.
Oh, okay.
And then the first time I saw it was like the 64 version, and it had green blood, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I played like one, I guess, on PS3 or 4, and I was like, this is it. I mean, the theme is cool, like from the movies. Like I had some remixes on my phone, but I never really got into it. That, but then Soul Calibur had Darth Vader on the PS3 version, so yeah, just saying.
Yeah, Soul Calibur is beast. I love Soul Calibur. I think mine would have to be. I mean, between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighters, but I think I'm gonna go with Street Fighters.
Okay.
I think I could do without Street Fighters. Mortal Kombat was just iconic, especially when it first came out. And so was Street Fighters. And don't get me wrong. It's just like I guess I played Mortal Kombat when it was out on the Sega Genesis, and so like that just like I have a lot of childhood memories with that game. And the movie was boss. I mean, no, the movie was terrible, but I still liked it because it's nostalgic.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, I guess mine would be Street Fighter.
I'll say one thing about Street Fighter. The anime is pretty good.
It is it really is really good.
Although I suck at Street Fighter. I suck at it. Like, it was a toss up Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, but I was like,
Mm-hmm. I'm not so great at Street Fighters either. I just especially the arcade version.
Oh,
I get my ass kicked all the time. Mortal Kombat, the arcade version, I could at least like get a few wins. Street Fighter arcade version, I'm losing every single time. I'm losing every round. Okay. So the next one is main characters in animes. One has to go.
Oh, God.
So we got Ichigo, Goku, Spike, and Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I can tell you, I've seen. I can tell you, I haven't seen Bleach. I know who Ichigo is, but I've seen some of Yu Yu Hakusho. Surprised. I'm actually gonna say something that people may not think that I'm gonna say, but Goku. Weird. Right?
Goku has to go?
No, not really, but I'm gonna say Goku, just because when you're comparing him with intelligence to other people, Goku's not that bright.
You're right about that.
I mean,
Goku's a moron.
I mean,
he's fighting skills for days, but he is an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Goku, you're cool, but even I'm watching Super like, English dubs and stuff, but all you're concerned about is fighting. Like, come on, I want to fight. I'm like, you know, like, so your son, like, no, I think during the Frieza arc, Gohan pretty much almost gets killed by Frieza. No, I think after that, when they're about to do this tournament thing that they're doing with Beerus, and he's like, oh yeah, you're not that strong anymore, or something like that. And I'm like, you just told your son he's not up to par anymore because he decided to settle down and have a family. Um,
Goku shows no remorse for anything. Like he does not. Like he might be borderline autistic.
you,
No shade
what,
towards
what,
anybody with
thing
autism.
was, thing was, he was dropped on his head as a kid by Grandpa Gohan.
True. And I think when you put it that way, I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, Goku has to go. And he's a deadbeat father.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Speaking
He
speaking
is
of
just
speaking of
terrible.
one has to go. There on the flip side, there's that the four best fathers meme or something. Like in
Mm-hmm.
the '90s, it's like Cliff Huxtable, the TV dad, not
Mm-hmm.
and Uncle Phil, and I forgot who else, and then Piccolo.
Yeah, Piccolo was like daddy number one. Piccolo is daddy.
Because there's a meme of Gohan like Goku's like, "Hey Gohan," Gohan's talking to Piccolo, and he's like, "Shut up, Goku, I'm talking to my dad." but but you say Goku too?
Yeah, I think I would have to go through as well because, yeah, like you put it, he's a moron. He's an idiot. All he cares about is fighting and food.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care about Chi Chi. He doesn't care about his kids. He don't really care about anything else. He just wants to be strong and fight the strongest person ever, so he can say that he beat them, and then he wants a big fat meal after that, and maybe some pussy.
Because he like he trained his son to fight Cell, and he was like, "Nah, you gonna get it, Gohan. You gonna get it."
Go on, man. You're good. I got this. You too weak.
Gohan wanted to be a scholar because of his mother, but then Gohan, anyway, yeah,
Gohan has daddy issues.
yeah.
Goten. I'm worried for Goten because they let that little boy do anything.
Chi let Goten fight in the tournament because there was gonna be money, but she didn't want Gohan to like go off into space. Um, Chi got some problems too. But anyway,
Oh yeah, she definitely got some issues. Let's not get started on Chi Chi.
so I know you said other characters, and I was like, the toss up was good. I was like, but Spike, he's very intelligent.
Very.
He might have
I,
some money
I
issues, but
think about that.
he might have some money issues, but he can handle his own.
Yeah.
Ah, really.
And then you say like he's not the smartest, but he does have some intelligence compared to Goku.
Wasn't he in high school?
Yeah, he was in high school, but he skipped all the time and shit.
Oh,
I'm still gonna like don't think you escaped because you told me you hardly watched Yu Yu Hakusho
I watched
and you
it.
didn't watch Bleach.
I watched more
That's
of that.
3 in 1 show.
I watched more of that. I actually did watch it to a certain while. I just don't remember it that well. I did watch it.
Side eyeing you so hard right now. I'm just kidding.
I see. I see the side eye. I see. Okay, but really, dramatic chipmunk. Really, this. She did the dramatic chipmunk. But Bleach, honestly, okay. Before we go to the next topic, I had the same issue with Bleach I had with Cowboy Bebop. Why is it the time I sat down and watched the show, I catch the same episode? Why? Why? Toonami, Adult Swim. I don't understand. Anyway,
I guess you need to talk to the creators of Adult Swim.
moving on. Next list.
Moving on. Okay, so if one of these systems really had to go,
Okay.
and you have to think about this, if one had to go, which one would it be? We got the Sega, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo.
All their consoles?
Yes.
Okay, so say it was either Sega, Nintendo.
Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation.
I can't be biased.
Because you gotta like think about like how Sega kind of set the bar for a lot of things, and without the Sega Genesis, we probably wouldn't have some of these systems
Okay,
today.
so let's go in some order for home market. I think after you had stuff like in television and stuff like that, the
Mm.
the first the one that not first, but I think the NES came out in like '85. So if it wasn't for the NES, video games would have died.
True.
So I'm saving Nintendo because if you go with history for that matter, uh, God, um, you're right about Sega. I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying not to be biased. Because if you say get rid of Sega, you get rid of Sonic games, and you get
Mm.
rid of the Sega Genesis, the Sega Saturn,
You would
Dreamcast.
have Street Fighter,
Yeah,
because Street Fighter came on Sega, Mortal Kombat came on Sega.
and also by association, if you get rid of Nintendo, you therefore get rid of Metal Gear Solid because
Yeah.
That was on Super Nintendo before PlayStation.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be biased here and say Xbox.
That's my answer too.
I I tried Xbox the first one, then I tried 360 two, and I was like, I just never really got it. I mean, I was like, I had friends that had it, and I was like, it's cool. Like, I would have gone there for Halo and Mass Effect, but then Mass Effect 2 went to PS3, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, like the Xbox for me, I never really like cared for it, and one, it just came out of nowhere, because even the PlayStation started like in the early '90s or like mid '90s. I don't want to say early '90s. So you had the PlayStation One, and then out of nowhere came the Xbox, and you're like, oh well, what the fuck? It just kind of like in history, like the other consoles. And we have. Do you want to do two more, or just
I can barely hear you.
do you want to do two more, or just one more?
I could do two more actually. It's fine.
Okay.
I
Um.
I was thinking about this. There was that thing about the Sony Nintendo console that almost happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's like there was a split.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a split. They did. I'll send you the story. But yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, like they were going to do something together and then they split.
That's interesting.
But okay, yeah. You do two more.
Okay, so let's move on to food.
Oh God.
So we got fried chicken, we got steak, seafood, and pork. One has to go.
Pork.
See, like I'm struggling with this one because, well, one, I don't like a lot of seafood, but I will eat me some shrimp, and I love sushi. I love sushi, and I can't give up sushi at all. But I'm just like, I love pork chops. It's just,
Uh,
pork chops are they're just like steak is amazing. I can't get rid of steak, and chicken is just like, oh god, this question is hard for me because as much as I don't like fish, I love me some shrimp, and every now and then I'll eat some crabs.
let me
That did
ask
not sound
you.
right.
Let me ask you a question about fried chicken. Is that the bone-in chicken and chicken fingers, or just bone-in chicken?
Both.
Pork. I love my chicken fingers. I love them too much.
Chicken fingers are like life. They're life.
Yeah.
I can't live without them.
Yeah.
I think I might. This is tough. It's between pork and seafood. I mean, I guess I could live without pork.
How much?
Uh,
How often do you eat bacon? Like pork bacon?
Oh God, I forgot about bacon. I can't live without bacon. I can't live without bacon. Oh my God. And yeah, people are like, but they make turkey bacon. That's not the same.
But
I'm sorry.
I
That's bullshit.
I eat turkey
That
bacon.
tastes like rubber.
I eat turkey bacon.
Like you must get like that good turkey bacon because like I mean I can't afford Whole Food bacon,
Oh
turkey
no,
bacon.
no, we don't go. We go like Harris Teeter food line.
Oh well, see I don't like it from Food Line either. It tastes rubbery
Uh,
and
I'll,
it has this weird smell to it.
I'll send you the. I'll write down the ones that we get. I'll send to you.
Oh man, this is tough.
I think I know you.
I guess pork. I'll pork.
I thought you were gonna say seafood.
I can't give up sushi.
Oh,
I love sushi too much.
but you can do vegetable sushi. I'm just saying.
But like I like the taste of the crab meat and the shrimp tempuras and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, pork. Okay.
Okay, one more. So doing TV shows.
Oh God, no.
There's
Okay.
one has to go. Adventure Time, X-Men Revolution, Avatar, and Teen Titans.
Which Teen Titans?
The original Teen Titans.
Oh, X-Men Evolution was good. In some ways, it's a little bit better than the '90s animated series. In some ways,
Yeah.
you said Adventure Time, X-Men,
Mhm.
Teen Titans.
And Avatar, The Last Airbender.
See, I never finished all Avatar. Don't give me that look.
Oh,
Don't
David.
don't give me that look. Don't give me. Okay, you can give me the look. Fine, I'll take it. Okay. Um. Actually, this is hard. I know. I guess the other one's like. I guess the other one's like. Okay, here you go. This one's difficult because Avatar. If you didn't have Avatar, you wouldn't have Voltron Legendary Defender in terms of animators.
Mhm.
Next, Adventure Time is good. I haven't watched a lot of Adventure Time.
And Teen Titans is just a classic.
It's a classic. I'm gonna
And
go.
so is X-Men Revolution.
I'm gonna go Adventure Time.
Um, I I'm having a hard time choosing because like I love X-Men Revolution and Adventure Time was just like it's it's one of those shows that of course like it looks goofy at first, but it's so much deeper than what it is. And I love that about that show. And there's a lot of hidden messages in the show in general. And Avatar is just boss. So is Teen Titans. I think I'm gonna go with X Men Revolution.
Okay.
Not Revolution, Evolution.
Yeah.
What did I say? Revolution, Evolution, X Men Evolution.
I think Evolution was good in some ways. They did Apocalypse. They did the Apocalypse story much better than the movie did. That's saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's saying.
They really did, and I mean, I wish like the movies would have followed X Men Evolution. You know, storyline. Like if they just took some like notes from that movie. I mean, not movie, but from that show, the movies would have been so much better. So much better.
Yeah. I can talk about that for days and like. Yep, I got an idea for another episode. Okay, cool. Got one.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go X-Men Evolution. I'm going Adventure Time.
Yeah. It's to be honest, it is between those two, and it hurts me to say X Men Evolution, but I don't know. Adventure Time means a lot to me as well, and it's there for a good laugh. And there are funny moments in the X Men Evolution, and it's just, I mean, Finn and Jake said some ridiculous things.
Making pancakes, making pancakes. I
It's
know.
iconic.
Yes. And I love the remix of that with Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
So if you had said Steven Universe, I would be like, oh crap, this would.
Oh God. You know what? I should have added that. I was like, I was struggling. Like, what show? What show? That would have been difficult because Steven Universe is beyond this world,
And
and I cannot wait for the next season. I'm excited for it. They can come out real soon. I know it comes out before the year ends.
see, I'm still watching that out of order, so it's kind of like okay.
Homie, you need to get on Hulu Plus and watch it from episode 1 to the most recent episodes.
Yes.
You're just like, oh God, more homework.
What do you call this episode?
Homework.
There we go. Okay.
Work, 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 work.
Oh god. See, you can also throw in there Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is one of those shows where it's like, yeah, it's for kids, but I feel like because we're old enough to understand it, we're gonna get the jokes kids are gonna get in that show. But there are so many adult jokes in Phineas and Ferb. It's not. It's like did you just say that? Where it's like they're handling like adult situations like so easily. I'm like because of Phineas and Ferb, I learned some grammar uses that I didn't actually get a few years ago. Just saying.
I could never get into the show because of the animation.
Yeah, animation's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, and I hate holding that factor up to shows because like that's the same reason why I can't get into Rick and Morty because of the animation style.
Okay, am I redeeming
It
that?
took me a while to get to Steven Universe because of the animation style. I eventually got over that and I love it now. Like I'm just like, okay, this is actually really cute. But Rick and Morty and Phineas and Ferb, like that, I just can't get with it. It ruins it for me.
I need somebody to explain to me this whole Szechuan sauce thing that Rick and Morty got going on. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I'm like, I
The
saw
pickle Rick,
yeah pickle Rick. I'm like, what is pickle Rick? I don't know all this. That okay.
oh,
I,
that smells
yeah, I don't feel so
so
bad. I don't feel so bad.
gross.
We're on the same page or something. I don't feel so bad.
See, oh yeah, Rick and Morty is just something I really, really cannot like. I mean, I watched a few episodes. And I'm just like, okay, this is really neat. And then after that, like after a few more episodes, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I just can't get into it. And maybe if the animation style was better. And when I say animation style, like maybe the characters look more attractive because, like the background animation and all that stuff, it looks pretty cool. It's just the characters themselves don't look all that appealing. And I'm just like, I don't want to know about them.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be a takeoff of Back to the Future. I know that, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Well,
I have homework now. Thank you, Frankie.
yeah, a lot of homework to do. Because you slacked. I mean, I can't say much because I'm pretty sure you're
Well,
going to find a few things for me to have to catch up to.
mm,
You need to catch up to the new Doctor Who.
yeah. See. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there right now. I can't do it with you. Sorry.
I mean, but I haven't gotten a chance. I don't have cable.
Touche. Still love you though, but God, you ain't watching Bill's Adventures. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that concludes our segment, and I believe that also concludes our show.
Yeah, and one thing, I know we said we get back to self care. I just want to say one thing. You need to take time for yourself, everybody. And on
Yes.
a serious note, you need to take time for yourself. You know, something stressing you out. Take that 5-10 minutes to clear your head. Just think. is whatever it is you're dealing with worth your stress?
That's true. Don't push yourself to your limit to the point that you end up breaking and you're gonna be a hot mess. Not cool.
Exactly. But yes, like Marky said, that ends our episode. And next
And
time I will
we're
talk
just
about fluid
more
cooling.
shenanigans. We're just here talking over each other.
I mean, I will watch Fluid Cooling. I know it's 6 episodes. I will get it done.
Yeah, get her done.
You know,
Get it done.
I actually am. I forget to say that earlier. I'm continuing my binge of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, and I'm like, I forget the show came out in '79, but I'm watching it this morning. I was like, you know, it's a little dark. Come on, it's a little dark here. Okay.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I can't wait for the next episode. And we'll definitely figure out and think of some interesting things to talk about. So stay tuned and peace out.